That's the plan for this Saturday setup.
G'day lovelies, welcome to the Semi-Sorted Life, where I share my efforts to get sorted in a semi kind of way. If you're new here, my name is Mel and I create content around my home, heart, body and soul and my efforts in getting on top of things and managing my life in general. If you've been here for a while, then you know me and you probably remember me as For the Love of Sorted. Did a little rebrand last year and I am loving it because it's exactly in line with my current stage of life. But anyway, this video was filmed some months ago and I just wanted to get it up because it includes a little bit of everything from cleaning to cooking. There's a massive grocery haul, a massive 2-day cook up, and I hope that it inspires you to get semi-sorted right alongside me. Let's do this.
Good Saturday morning. Thank goodness it is Saturday, but I have so much to do that I've already procrastinated for 3 hours. I woke up at the usual time, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't actually set an alarm anymore. I just let the sounds in the neighborhood and my brain wake me up, and I typically wake up between 5:30 and 6, so that's always good. Anyway, I then procrastinated and just scrolled on Temu. Speaking of Temu, came from here. And then TikTok for way too long. I am going to get my nails done again this weekend. They're lasting really well. I'm really happy with them, but they're getting a bit long now. So I'm going to go and get them fixed. And I'm thinking about getting my first pedicure. I've never had a pedicure before, but yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot. I don't know. We'll see by the end of this vlog if I don't chicken out. But my nails are getting really long, and obviously my ankle has meant that my feet have, you know, suffered somewhat. So I thought I might just go and see if I don't hate it. I'm really not sure. Anyway, so I watched a lot of videos about pedicures because that helps to alleviate my anxiety. Yes, I'm weird, which means I effectively watched feet videos, but I'm sure that's fine. Anyways, moving on. I have decided that I will reward myself with that little challenge tomorrow afternoon if I get all of the things that I need to get done around here. So like I said, it's currently 20 past 8, which means I wasted a good 3 hours not doing that sort of stuff. You can hear the dogs are barking because God forbid the neighbours get visitors. Anyway, then I'm going to tidy up the house. The cleaner, my friend, comes this week to clean, so I want to have the house nice and tidy for her to do a proper clean. I also finally got bedside tables for our bedroom, so I want to make the bedroom all nice, finally get that all nice and settled, because it's just been, since we moved in, just kind of like in limbo land. So I want to get that done this weekend. I also want to do lots of grocery shopping and hopefully some meal prep because I spent way too much on lunch this week. So I want to make sure I have some lunches in the fridge at least, or in the freezer. Now that we have a deep freezer, I can purchase more things to make sure that we are not buying rubbish so much, and you know, preparing meals in advance so that I don't have to think about it. I can just come home and we eat. So that's the plan for this Saturday setup. Saturday and Sunday setup, self-care. It's the weekend. So, but first I'm going to sit here and just kind of chill out a little bit, and because I haven't spent 3 hours already doing that. But coffee. So good. Okay, let's make a list.
Tomsky? I saw you, Tomsky. I
Hey, Tommy Tomsky. Okay, this mess is what I'm going to get rid of this weekend, as well as that, as well as that. So, wish me luck. Let's start by making the bed so I can get the laundry put away. Okay, because I'm never just doing one thing, I just cleaned out the filter. I forgot to scrub out in here yet, but I just got all of these things out of the washing machine. Ew, festy. I'm hoping this is not part of the washing machine, because it looks like it does. And I also scored myself 70 cents a couple of earrings, and I'm pretty sure this is my necklace. Anyways. Okay, so uniform basket, just put the load on. Then I've got mixed clothes, and then whites over here. Linen, that's just from when I flooded there, so that's fine. I've got more linen here. So, getting progress. This washing machine, I've got to be careful. I've got to make sure the lock is on or else it doesn't start. I've got to load in the dryer because despite the beautiful day, I just want to get it all done today and then I can relax. Okay, so we got some muffins cooling, chocolate chip banana. Missing a few because the kids have tasted them. So there's 9 there, started with 12. But they will go in the freezer once they're cool. Three dozen eggs at $4.99 each. 3 boxes of these. Someone recommended these in my last grocery haul and the kids love them, so winning. I make like a swirl thing out of these. I'll show that in later's video, another video, but that hazelnut spread is $3.49. These are $1.69 each, which even on special is cheaper than the other ones that I usually buy. Saturday snacks is $1.89 for the noodles and $2.09 for the mee goreng ones, which kids like different ones. 500 grams of the salted butter is $6.39, which is crazy. And we always get the butterly spread, and at $4.99. 3 kilos of the brushed potatoes were $5.99. Kilo of the carrots, $1.99. Bunch of celery, $2.99.
Oh yes.
Oh, will you? The brioche rolls, $4.59. So there's an 8-pack in those. Those are for school lunches. $2.69 for the crushed chili. 500 grams of the sliced mushrooms was $5 or $4.99. Tasty cheese for 1 kilo was $8.69. 500 grams of the trail mix with the little white chocolate buttons, almonds, cranberry and pistachios, and that was $6.99. Capsicum or pepper was $1.42. They were $6.99 a kilo. Kilo of the frozen chips was $3.99. These hash brown rings are 600 grams for $4.99. 3 litres of the full cream milk was $4.49. 300 grams sour cream was $3.19. 600 ml of the thickened cream was $4.49. 375 grams of the ricotta cheese was $3.29. 1 zucchini was 66 cents. They're typically $5.49 a kilo. These limited time only Portuguese tarts are $5 a packet. We got 2 packets of those. Okay, pork Scotch fillet roast was $12.49 a kilo. So we got almost 2 kilos of that at $24.81. Got the beef chuck steak, which is $13.99 a kilo, so I've got 2 lots of those at $11.47 and $10.79. Accidentally got the beef rump steak, which is $18.49 a kilo, so just under 1 kilo of that I thought I was getting 2 of these, which are $15.99 a kilo for $14.40. So I was making something with that, but I'll just have to rethink that one. So there's that. Then we've got 2 lots of the chicken thigh cutlets, and they were $8.49 a kilo at $5.51 and $5.54. The bulk buy of the chicken breast, which is $10.99 a kilo, and that is $13.48 and $13.84. And then 2 kilos of the 3-star beef mince at $10.49 a kilo, so $20. There is also in here a couple of little things that Rosie bought out of her own money. So the M&M peanuts, which were $4.99, and a packet of chips or something, I think, somewhere in here. But with that included, it came to $257.42, and I still have more coming. So that's a start. And 25 cents for the paper bag.
Okay, so I thought that I would do the voiceover with the prices of these things, but I've since lost the receipt since I filmed this so long ago, so we'll just go through and show you what I got. A couple of kilos of green apples and some onions, they're the usual buys, and then I buy these continental things for after-school snacks for teenagers. If you know, you know. They must have been on special this time, although they're only 85 grams. I'm pretty sure the ones from Aldi are way bigger. Arborio rice, I must have thought I was going to make some risotto. Got some ginger in here for the big cook up that I'm going to do. Love these, what do you call them? Coffee beans. Those tea biscuits are great as well. Pretty sure these naans came out of the freezer section. Again, must have been on special. More of those pasta snacks there. That one is a bigger packet, I noted. The bird's eye fish fingers, they're way better than the cheaper brand. So I got a couple of those. I'm pretty sure I bought a big box. This must have been an online order. I hate those chicken kebabs, but these ones, the Coles brand ones, are way better. They've got the bone in it. Massive bag of coriander that will last us an absolute lifetime, as well as the chili powder, huge packet. These would have been on special as well. I only ever buy them on special, the actual brand name ones, because I prefer the Aldi ones. They're much more better value. Got these jumpies. Again, these are a great treat. Snack box, they're really cute little tiny kangaroo. So I'll have to show you in another video at some point. Don't buy them every week, but that's it. Some tortillas, and then those chicken takeouts. I like the one from Aldi as well. Probably prefer the ones from Aldi. So you can check them out at either Coles or Aldi, and I'm focused on them for a very long time. There's some cat food, and I think that's about it. Oh, some tomato paste and my favorite chicken seasoning.
So in here I have a quarter cup of soy sauce, a quarter cup of honey, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of fresh ginger grated, a tablespoon of olive oil because I didn't have any sesame oil, and a tablespoon of rice vinegar. So in here I'm going to put about 750 grams of the Scotch fillet in here, and then put it in the fridge to marinate overnight. So yay. Okay, in here we have salt, pepper, paprika and cumin. Sliced onion and garlic in there. Pork in. Okay, we got barbecue sauce, just the regular Australian barbecue sauce. So I don't know how flavoursome it is, so I put some Worcestershire sauce in there. A half a cup or quarter cup of raw sugar because I didn't have brown sugar. What else is in there? Apple cider vinegar, and yeah, that's it. So I'm just stirring now until the sugar is dissolved, which must get dissolved by the apple cider vinegar or something. And now I'm going to pour that over the meat in the slow cooker and leave it on slow until I get up in the morning. Okay, Sunday morning I'm starting off with putting the chicken. I've got this really cool little holder here, so I'm going to cut up the chicken to put in here. I'm going to use this chicken masala, and this chicken masala jar that I just had in the pantry. So I'm just going to use those up, marinate the chicken for a few hours before cooking it. I might even just freeze it in the marinade. I haven't decided yet. So next one is marinating the chicken. Sorry about the reflection of me in there because I'm still wearing my pajamas. But anyways, we got, we'll be marinating 1.5 kilos of the chicken thigh fillets. So we got a cup of Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, which I got yesterday, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and some salt, and that will all go in here with, again, my reflection, with the chicken thigh fillets. Now, obviously, better to use lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, but it is what it is. Also, I'll clean up that mess, but let's get that done. And the recipe that I'm using is Skinny Mixes, and it's a really popular Thermomix one, so highly recommend it. If you want to check her out, that would be great. There's also a slow cooker recipe, so you don't need a Thermomix necessarily to make this, but there it is. Okay, so next I'm going to chop up all of the vegetables for the Bolognese sauce and put it in here.
So just chop up the veggies really roughly into large sizes, and then I will show you. I put it in the Thermomix. It takes all about 5 seconds to chop it all up. Makes things really super quick. One of the things that I've done most recently is to pre-prep all of the ingredients, and you'll see another big cook up coming up soon.
Okay, so carrots, onions, and celery in here. I realised I only put 1 carrot in, but that's 4 carrots, 4 small onions, and 4 or 5 bits of celery. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on for about, go 7 seconds, speed 5. Sounds like it'll do. As soon as it opens, so it's all chopped up, good to go. A couple more seconds won't hurt. A couple more seconds. Okay, that into here, got a bit of oil in the bottom, and I'm going to saute all of that in here. Okay, garlic and mince is in. Now to just keep stirring it until it's already mostly cooked, and then I'll put in the tomato paste and the rest. Okay, so I've put 2 cans of the diced Italian, and I've got a jar of tomato paste, and then I've just put the chicken stock in here to get all of the tomato paste out. So it said 400 grams, going to put 500 grams in. I've also got the crushed tomatoes and the tomato paste in here. I'm just going to give it a bit of a whip because it's diced tomatoes, not crushed, so I just wanted a little bit more liquidy. I'm just going to probably maybe 1 second, and then once this is all cooked, I'll add a cup of red wine. So that will go in there and just let it kind of simmer a little bit. So that's that. I put Worcestershire sauce in there. I'm about to put the red sauce here. I'm not going to drain the fat off because I think that adds flavour. And also, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. I am the klutziest person on the planet. We know this. I have a broken ankle because of that. So, yeah, we would just end up with minced beef everywhere. So we're not doing that. Okay, now we got basil, rosemary, a little bit of paprika just because I had some left and I like the redness of it, salt, pepper, bay leaves, rosemary? No, I didn't put rosemary in. So I'm just gonna let it, I put extra bay leaves in because they're dry. Pulled pork is all ready. I'm just gonna leave that there to cool down and then I'm going to start the next slow cooker dish. Okay, next in the slow cooker is going to be the green curry paste, coconut milk and the chuck steak. So I'm going to put that all in there with some potatoes and some other ingredients and moving on. Just for a little difference, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of teriyaki sauce and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Even though the teriyaki sauce is sweet, I did put in some raw sugar as well. 2 tablespoons of lime juice as well, and I'm going to put in a tablespoon or 2 of peanut butter. Okay, so I'm going to put that on high for about 4.5 hours and then I'll turn it down if the steak or whatever is not getting soft. So, or tender. And this is where we're at with the Bolognese sauce. I think it is good and ready. So yummy and rich. I'm gonna clean up this mess that is this kitchen and then I'll make the bechamel sauce and then the chicken enchiladas. Okay, time to make the white sauce for one of the lasagnas. I'm going to make a bechamel sauce for the others, but I'm going to use the ricotta and just some leftover cheeses and things that came in meal kits that didn't get used. So I'm going to go through and do all of that. So it's going to be 375 grams of ricotta, an egg, some parmesan cheese, some mozzarella, salt and pepper, and mix it all up. And then I'm going to layer the lasagna as expected.
So I'm pre-cooking the lasagna, so just covering it lightly with the alfoil, and then I'll put it in the oven.
I always put it on another tray just in case it bubbles over. Who needs to clean the oven? Okay, and I got the bechamel sauce, which I forgot to show you making, but it was all done in the thermi. I did nothing. I just added some parmesan cheese. We just had a massive family cleanup over here, so going to make a little bit more lasagna for the freezer. Okay, 1 medium-sized one and 1 small one for maybe 2 people. A lot of white sauce in that one, but that's how I like it. So that's all of the Bolognese sauce used up. Okay, quick potato bake slicing before I get to take Maeve to work. This is actually working a treat. I got this from our Kmart. Okay, I went and got my nails done. This is this fortnight's colour. So it costs me between $35 and $40 a fortnight-ish. So about 20 bucks a week. These cost me $35 today because I had a $5 off voucher. So every third time I get $5 off, I think. So, yeah, last fortnight it cost me $40 and the first time I think it cost me $50. I swear it just gets cheaper. I don't know. But I got the same done today that I got done the first time, so I don't know whether they just pick or choose based on if I'm paying cash or not. So if it stays around the $35 to $40 mark, I can justify it on the every 2 weeks. It's pretty affordable, really. $20 a week for self-care. I mean, yeah, we'll see. Right now I'm happy with it, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Not real happy with how she did them today, if I'm honest. She was a little bit rushed. She was a bit over it, I think. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think she was just like, why we're closing. But anyway, live and learn. I'll just go at a different time in future. The issue, if it's not done super, then I hyper focus on it and I like pick at it and then I pull them off and then I wreck them. So it needs to be perfect for me to make it good value. And the last couple of times it has been. So, all right, I'm so tired. I've gotten so much done today and still have so much more to do. So let's have a look at what's left. Okay, so one thing I did was tidy in under here so I can find stuff a little bit easier. It's not ideal because there's all of this still crazy mess, but you know, one thing at a time. That's done. I know what's in here, so that's something. And that was no mean feat. And I've got 2 more lasagnas. So this one I will cover and freeze whole. This one I will cover and freeze whole. And this is the one with the ricotta in it, and so I've just waiting for it to fully cool down, which it pretty much is now. I'm going to cover it with Glad wrap and put it in portions in the fridge. I meant freezer, obviously. I also have this potato bake in the oven. It's not nearly ready yet, so I've just turned it down so the potato has a chance. I might cover it back up again with alfoil. Thought I'd put the honey glazed pork in. I've just left all the juices around it as well. And I'll put that in the oven while the potato bake's cooking.
Okay, and here we are at the little speed clean that I had at the beginning of the video. If you have stayed this long, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this style of video. I have obviously really flopped on figuring out how to film properly, but I had loads of fun creating this. Funnily enough, after I created this video, work just blew up and it just got way out of control for me for a very long time. We went on a family holiday. Did we do that already? I can't remember. Work was just crazy. But in case you missed my post the other week, I have actually changed jobs. I start on the 23rd of June. So I'm still head down, bum up, trying to get everything done in my current role. But pretty soon I will change a new job. I expect it will be a semi slower pace. Definitely not as manic as what my current role has been, and I'm looking forward to that pleasant change. Okay, so here I'm just using the Thermomix recipe to make the enchiladas. It is a super good recipe, super easy. I make it all the time. I like the sour cream one. To be fair, I haven't tried any of the others. So anyways, just flicking through, showing you how simple it is to just go through it. Gives you all the ingredients, you weigh it out, you measure it, all the rest of it, and it's so, so simple. So just getting that in there. It steams the chicken and then you use just all parts of it to make the yummy, yummy enchiladas. One thing I definitely have to get better at is these voiceovers, but I'm just flicking through showing you all of the steps of the recipe. It's super simple, basic ingredients. Some of the Thermomix recipes are a little bit intense on random ingredients, and I've had it for several years now, so I sort of know which ones to kind of miss and skip. But I definitely don't use it as much as what I should, but that's one of my goals is to try it, use it more. So I've got one here for the freezer and one to have that night. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm just trying to get up some old content so that we can get on to the new stuff. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments down below and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.